As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
That's caught. It's Daniels. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got a very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
The Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They'll try it over the left side. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going for it all. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now.
Open space in the middle. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
We always talk about Yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Wants to go up top. He's got him. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This should be the last play of the quarter. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Beck. Pocket breaking down. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Wide receiver going in motion. With jet sweep pass. Breaks into the open. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The give as they work on that clock. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. To the air on second down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Touchdown, Miami! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
How about the bomb by the offense? The Hail Mary, they go deep. The defense knows it's coming. Where are they? Where is the defense? You've got to stay as deep as the deepest and make sure this doesn't happen. The Hail Mary to success.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
Grabs it at the 25 in stride. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. They're working that left side. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown, so hold on just a minute. We might have a finish here.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl.
The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the 24th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Miami's offense will get first crack at it here. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision.
Turning it on! Touchdown, Caves! Great job by the back on the option.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wolfpack offense comes out, and they'll go on the attack for the first time today. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback in this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Finds his big tight end. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They're dealing with a second and long. Rides the back and leaves it. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. Third and long coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down.
What a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get it. I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
They booted away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Bottled him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Power football with the run. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. And the Hurricanes the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The inside handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Still on his feet at the 45. Breaks away on the left. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Canes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, here's an interesting decision. It's early in the game. Do you want to be aggressive and try to seize momentum and go for this? Or do you just take the field goal and take the points?
A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on 4th down. Looking to scramble. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Got a man. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Smothers. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Canes will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
Looking left. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. They'll come to the line, 90 seconds to play here in the third. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Makes the grab. It's Grimes. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Hold it. Defense.
Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw it. That's reeled in. It smothers.
I mean, what great athletic ability to toe tap the sidelines and keep them in bounds. What a one-yard gain.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Flips it out on the screen. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a crease to the left. There he goes. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He'll ride his man on the option. Shakes off the defender. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to throw, it's Bailey. He wants a big play here late. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10 points a game, putting together a performance today.
Wants to throw on first down. Oh, Oh, he makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. To the air on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down. You've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's got an open man. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air, it's Bailey. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Wolfpack will have first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Oh, he's looking to throw. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it on the move. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on fourth down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And he's got it. Late touchdown here, but it would take a miracle of Lazarus-like proportions to come back now.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
The clock is at 18 seconds. Hearts are beating fast. The onside kick is coming. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Great place to start for this offense. They'll give it to the back. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. Well, let's hope he just throws this one away. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Fans of defense probably love this game, guys. Fans of offense, not so much. But fans of winning? Oh, everybody's a fan of winning, and they found a way to get it done.
A win is a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you get it done. This was not pretty by any stretch. Phenomenal defense, offense. They've got a lot of work to do coming up. But at the end of the day, David, that's a happy lot for me.
Yeah, you know what? You pretty boys say it's not pretty. That was beautiful. That was gorgeous. You talk about hitting people. You talk about tackling. You talk about physicality. Yes, please. I like all those. It's pretty to me.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. And Virginia Tech, the home of the Hokies. And don't forget, my son, it's time for Enter Sandman. And while today is the final home game of the season, the Hokies will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
He's going to take off. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. The Hurricanes want to move quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They'll run play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it, and forcing the incompletion.
He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. And the Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So Virginia Tech's offense has the ball for the first time. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. The Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Creates a little room. It's a seam wide open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. And the Hokies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wideout. Off play action. Safe little shovel pass. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Now facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Drones. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete on the right side. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dumps it to the back. Pulls it in. It's Fletcher. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Back to throw. It's Beck. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Right down the boulevard. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start the third quarter with the run, and this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown, Miami. The defense putting points on the board.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Keith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Off the play fake on first down. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Trying play action. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Looking downfield, it's throws. Grabbed over the middle, it's Green. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Looking for space, it's Fletcher. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this 3rd down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Off the play fake. Under fire. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He's going to let one fly down the middle. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Drones. He breaks a tackle. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. And the Hokies come to the line needing just inches for the first down. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. Here's a heat. Grab near the marker, it's Green. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it from the red zone. Catch in the middle, it's Selden. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. He's looking to pass. Pressure coming. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And in this situation now, if you're on offense, what do? Do you kick the extra point, tie it, and hope for overtime, or are you aggressive? Do you decide to go for 2 right here and see if you can take the lead with just seconds left in the game?
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They get to him as he throws. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
First play of the first possession of OT. Wants to throw. It's Drones. Fakes the grab on the left. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Here comes first and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. A first down run in the red zone. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. And if you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. Defense dropping into soft coverage. On third and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Hokies! They strike first here in overtime. This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT.
Third and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
And he was trying to cash in the end zone of this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Lost to fire on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Canes! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie. Well, they got the touchdown, and the quarterback also had snot bubbles the size of his fist coming out of his nose after that hit.
Yeah, and you don't want to take too many of those shots. You got the touchdown, but the offensive line, obviously, a little bit more protection would be good. But in the end, touchdown.
They got it! The 2-point conversion, and it's a game winner! Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better,